morning and welcome again, or welcome if you're new here. This is my knitting podcast and it's called Knittinginden. It's early in the morning, 9 o'clock. In Holland it is a nice day today, it's sunny, it's going to be 19 degrees and I have my cup of coffee with me. And I will welcome all the new subscribers since Ellie gave me a shout out in her podcast. It was so nice, Ellie from Little Drops of Wonderful. It was so nice to hear my name and she's telling something about me. I was impressed that she all knew that because she had so many recommendations for other podcasts, and if she watched all that podcast, I'm impressed that she knew what she told you in the video. So Ellie, thank you for that. I was really happy. I was screaming in front of the TV. I filmed that piece that she mentioned my name, and I have a lot of new subscribers. I don't know if they're all English or maybe there are some Dutch people with it. Today on Thursdays I record my videos. Normally I would do the Dutch first and then the English, but I'm a little bit excited and I thought maybe it's better to do first the English version. And talking in Dutch is so much easier, so that takes me less. Hoe zeg je dat? That's easier for me. So I thought I do the difficult part first and then the easiest part. I also filmed a little bit footage of the rest of the week. That's what I do in the Dutch podcast also. When I have a little bit time left, I try to make my videos 1 hour and a quarter maybe. I'm trying to put it in 1 hour, but in Dutch that doesn't that doesn't work all the time. So I filmed a little footage for you the rest of the week in English. So when this podcast ends, it comes afterwards. So when I say goodbye, you can, if you like, you can still watch what I filmed the rest of the week. It's mostly a little bit daily vlogs, but the main thing is always knitting. I'm a knitter. I'm Ivonne. I'm from Holland. I don't live in Rotterdam. Ellie and I didn't spoke about where I lived. I just told her I'm in Holland, and I'm in the east of Holland, in Hengelo. It's near the German border, so we are very quick. In about 20 minutes, we are in Germany, so that's really nice. I am 53 years old. I'm a mother of 2 sons. I'm a single mom for for 20 years now, and I've got big sons. The eldest son is 23 and the youngest is 19, and they're living with me here in Hengelo. I'm very pleased that they're still at home. It's very cozy, gezellig, and we're a three eenheid. We call it in Dutch. I don't know how the word is in English. Threesome. Oh yeah, that's a threesome. So this is my coffee cup today. Here in this Cindy mug I have my water. I'm a Cindy collector. I knit for my Cindy's. I knit a lot for my Cindy's. And after a while I thought, oh, now I have to knit for myself again. So I knit my whole life. I learned to knit at school when I was 8 years old. And I immediately liked it. I thought it was really difficult, but I liked it. So I always knit it. But in the 80s, when we were young, it slipped a little bit away, and the knitting came back. With the Cindy's. We always knit for the Cindy's, my mother and I. And when my mother passed away 3 years ago, I thought, oh, that's a pity. I can't share my knitting for Cindy's with her anymore through WhatsApp. And that moment was a realization moment that that was something we always did. And when she passed away, I thought, oh, it was really special. So on that moment, my knitting mojo turned back, and from that moment on, I knit every day. I don't skip one single day. Oh yeah, the thing when I skip knitting is when I go to London. I'm a big fan of London. I go 2 to 3 times a year. This year I went in January and I'm going to London in July. I have a week holiday and that's my holiday in London. I knew the city very well. I love the city. I don't know what it is. I always feel happy and calm when I turn back. And when I'm on holiday, I always take a knit with me, a little knit, socks or something. But it turns out that I don't have the rest to knit. Mostly I'm city tripping and at night I'm tired and I'm going to sleep. I like to visit, of course, I like to visit the yarn shops. So last January I went to Loop, London, and Beautiful Knitters, of course. I saw Beautiful Knitters in the podcast from Jonathan's days. And I visited both shops. It was really nice. They're both very different, but both very nice. And I saw with hoe heet die ook alweer? Knit 365. Sorry, the name is not coming in my head. That's John Lewis sells yarn too, and so I went to John Lewis, and I was surprised how much yarn they sell. It is a complete shop. It looks like a complete shop. So that's what I did last January. It was really cool. I always, most of the time, I go alone to London because I am not distracted from everybody else. I can do what I want. I know the way. I love to spend my time on Notting Hill. I love also spend my time in Oxford Street and Piccadilly Circus, the city centre of London. And it's a nice place to be. And I discovered Ellie from this Little Wonderful Life and Little Drops of Wonderful. I think 2 years ago, I was looking for a YouTube video how to make a project bag. And that's where I googled it. I searched it on YouTube, and that brought me to Ellie. And she had a very nice video, very duidelijk, clear, how to knit a project bag. So that's the way I found Ellie, and I didn't leave her channel anymore because I love her British accent. And I love the life she leads and what she shows us. So that's a little bit I hope in a short story, who I am and what I love. And if you like it and you stay, take something to drink and take a coffee or a tea. I'm loving coffee. I drink tea sometimes, but I'm a coffee fan. And take your knitting because I have something to show you. It's a really warm day today, so I don't wear my finished objects. I have two finished objects today, and I finished my garter marler. This is episode 4 in English, and in the previous videos you'll see that I was knitting on it. I finished it. It's a beetje, you cannot see it in one piece. I didn't make it too long. I did what the pattern says, and I marled all these colors with 2-strand yarn held together, and I picked all the colors in before I started, of course. And I thought, okay, I'd start with this pink, how do you say it, cuff, because I wear a lot of black, so I thought that would be nice for the changing of the colors. And then it's all, the most yarn what I used is sock yarn, and then 2 strands held together, and you marl it. The pattern says how you can do that. I I knitted size 5. I didn't want to do size 5. I did want to do size 4, but I didn't pay attention and it was already increased to size 5, and then I thought, okay, I don't do it again. You have so many stitches on your needle, so it's a bit loose. I'm since December I'm losing weight. I already lost 13 kilos. That's 2 stone. In English is 2 stone. Each little bit more. So, but I didn't want the cardigan too tight. It's more like when you go outside, it's cold, you can wear this jacket. So that's my first finished object. The only thing I have to do is I weaved in the ends, but I have to cut it off. But I will do it after blocking. It's not blocked yet. I'm doubting if I block it in the pattern. It says you don't have to block it aggressively. It's more like making it wet or steam block it and lay it flat to dry. So that's what I have to do. But I am very happy with it. So I did the buttonholes for the first time. The button band also. That was not difficult, but I have the first buttonhole is too high, so I don't think I'm going to. Een beetje. It looks not neat. It's a little bit. Yeah, I don't like this. So I think I'm. Yeah, maybe I will close it if it's really cold, but I think in use, maybe we don't close it too much or too often. But here in Holland we cycle a lot, so on the bicycle it's lekker warm. So I will, hopefully I will have lots of pleasure of this cardigan. It's the Garter Marla from Stephen West. I love Stephen West patterns, but I said that before. So really pleased with my vest. It was a really quick knit. I don't knit on one project. I am a multiple project type. Socks, vests, blankets. I like to do what I feel. Sometimes I feel, oh, I don't like to knit my vest of my cardigan. I want to just knit socks today, or so that's what I do. I always do what I feel. So it's not like I'm a monogamous knitter and do one piece at a time. But I think I did 5 to 6 weeks, and then this vest cardigan was ready. So I put it out now because it's really hot. I take a sip of my coffee. Beetje warm. And of course a little bit water. My Zindi mug. Oh yeah, this mug I got from my youngest child when I've got 2 boys. I don't know if I said that before. For Christmas, and he bought it on Amazon. I saw it of course on Amazon, so I said I want this. It was 2 years ago. I don't think they're selling it anymore, but I love it because it's the real Cindy logo from the 70s. And this is a big mug for water. Mostly I drink water or tea from this mug. I think this is too big for coffee. We in the Netherlands we have I have Nespresso coffee, and that's a little cup. And the amount of coffee that it fits in this mugs or littler mugs. We don't drink coffee from this mugs. In England they do. The coffee is less strong, I think. So in England it's normal to drink your coffee at this mug, but I want a little mug. So that's a Dutch thing, I think. Then I finished my my rainbow socks. I told it in the last video. I bought this yarn in Sweden. I was in Denmark and Sweden in November, and it was a beautiful shop in Malmö. It was not in the center of the city. You had to walk through the center and then little 10 minutes walk, and there was a yarn shop. I'm sorry, I don't know the name anymore, but I have it in my video if you like to see it from that trip. But it's in Dutch. I talk in Dutch, so but maybe you like to see it. I filmed the 2 days I filmed. So that was in a Swedish shop. I love to go there. It was a little shop. It was so much yarn and was a really bit impressive. And the the shop closed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was there about 1:15. And I had a little bit of feeling for, oh, I have to choose quickly, and that's a little bit of pity, but it's because it's the lady didn't give me that feeling, but that is what I think. Stupid, eh? So yeah, I bought this yarn. This is a thicker yarn, 8-ply. It was from oh, heb ik niet bij de hand, the tag. I don't have the tag here, but I showed it in my last video. It's really soft. It's knitted very quickly, but what I said, I don't knit on one project at a time, so I did a little bit long over it. So that's my first finished object. I have to weave in the end from the second sock, and they're ready for this winter, because now it's too hot. I did here a heel flap and gusset. It's not my favorite heel, but I talk about that later. And the way I knit these socks is maybe the last time. Right? This is from leg to toe. Oh yeah. But I don't like to knit the toe. Always when I think, okay, he's long enough, I'm fitting sometimes 10 times, and that's good, and then I'm knitting the toe, and I'm closing the toe, and I'm turning around and so forth, and then it's too tight. Oh, so vaak. It happened a lot. So the first sock I did again, the second sock I did the same, you see, but it's not anymore my, and I always got, one side I got this. Yeah, I don't know how you say it in English. It's always, when I wear the socks, it's very open. So I started another way. I tell you later about it. But this is my second finished object. I have a box of socks. Make a box of socks. So I keep them. This lovely box is from IKEA. I bought it this week. I found it in the hub. In Holland we call it koopjeshoek, but they changed the names. There is all the things that the show models, and you can buy for less. So that's where they stand this nice box, and it's it has square vakjes. Ik weet even niet hoe ik dat zeg. I'm sorry, I don't know the word for it. So I thought 6 socks here and 6 socks there, and then I have my box of socks ready. And around Christmas time I'm going to decide what I keep for myself and what I maybe gifted for, I think, my sister. My eldest sister loves socks also. My father doesn't want any socks anymore. He said, oh, I've got enough socks. So I think it's for my eldest sister, or maybe friends. I've got a few nice girlfriends, and we also play a Sinterklaas spell every year. So maybe one of these socks will end up there, but that's what I decide later. I love the box. I don't know if IKEA sells it still, but it's the normal price was I think €8 or 7, and I bought it for 5. So helemaal happy with my box of socks. Even kijken hoor. Oh yeah, and then I'm knitting. I was knitting a lot of socks this week. I love it. I can't just knit on one sock. I'm always thinking, oh, I've had that ball and I get that ball. I want to see how it, knits up. So I have, even kijken, 1, 2, 3, 5. I have 5 socks on a needle. 6 socks on a needle. But it's okay. At first I thought, oh no, I don't want more than 3. but I know now that I will finish them all, and I like to to knit on different socks. So this one I got from a friend. This nice green and blue. This is a color I wouldn't choose myself, but she gave it to me, and then we went for a coffee, and I didn't have my knitting with me. She said, "Oh, here you have a ball of yarn, and I have needles for you." And when I came home, I did put it on my own needles. These are Likke needles. These are short. It's 15 centimeters. Normally I do 20, but where I bought these needles, that was on the Handwerkbeurs in February in Holland. They didn't have the 20 centimeters anymore. So I thought, okay, I take this. But these are not very slippery. So it's going... I really like them. These wooden needles, I thought they were a bit expensive. It was 12 euros, I think. Normally I pay 6 euros for other knit pros. But I really recommend these needles. They're very, very easy. And I think these ones are not in my... Normally when you have long sleeves, it's always sticking, the DPN is sticking in my sleeve. And the little ones doesn't do that. So that is a voordeel. Hoe zeg je dat nou weer? No, I don't know. That is fine. So the Likke needles, if you want to try them, these are good. The wooden Likke needles. Now the yarn I got, and normally I do my leg on 14 centimeters. That's enough for me. But when I was knitting this sock, and yeah, it's just all, I think it's toch ook wel nicer because of the pattern. But normally I think I would stop here and then do the heel. But I was on the phone with a nice lady I knew through this channel also, and we talked and talked and talked, and the leg was 19 centimeters. But I thought, oh no, I don't rip it back. Then I have a longer sock. So the Shadow Wrap short row heel, I love this heel. It's, you don't have to pick up the stitches. I think that's not what most people like. I don't like it either. I can do it, but I don't like it. And now it's, I do need to do the foot, and then the toe, and then is the first sock ready. I have it in my beautiful bag. I bought at Beautiful Knitters. It's a nice bag with a leather strap, a zipper. Sometimes it's a little bit, it closes of, hoe zeg je dat? Sometimes it sticks, of blijft een beetje vastzitten. But it's a nice bag, I love it. It's a more pink color, light pink, and I bought some pins, of course. This is from Loop. This is, of course, from London. Maybe I showed it in the last video, I don't know any anymore. This is the Minds from Mansion. This is from Canada. Oh, maybe I have viewers from Canada now. Oh, that's nice. I have family in Canada. They live in Montreal. A part lives in Montreal and the other part lives in Calgary in the west. So I hope I reach also the Canadian people. I love to watch their podcast too. Of course, the Americans, everybody around the world, I welcome, of course. But I always have something also with Canada because my family lives there. So that's in this bag. I don't have the tag. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, well, oh yeah, nice here. That this is the tag from this yarn. I didn't hear of it before. It called online, volgens mij, Super Sokken Vierfach Bamboo Silk Color. I think it's a German brand. So maybe if you liked it, you can look it up. Somebody in the comments said, oh, I love the color. I think she meant I love the color of this sock. That was this one, and this is the brand, and maybe I can the colorway is 2442, 2442. So if you like this, you can maybe search it online and find this beautiful yarn. It's a really soft and beautiful yarn. So that was sock 1 on the needles. Then we've got the second sock. Oh yeah, the one I finished this week also. It's a really nice purple from Atelier Het Wolbeest in the Netherlands. It's this basic sock, and it's colorway, oh yeah, brambles and plums. I like it, I love it, and I just started the cuff on the second sock, and so it's ready to take with me when I go away. When I need an easy knit, I take this kind of things. So that's the second sock. Then we've got the third sock. Oh yeah, these needles are one of my favorites too. That's the Knit Pro Zings. This is 2.5 millimeter. Oh yeah, I knit my socks until yesterday on 2.5 millimeter, but I'm starting to try out 2.25 or 2, because my socks are always a little bit slouchy. I want them to be more fitted. So I'm a little bit experimenting. This sock I showed you last time. This is the Lang Yarns Madrid, I think. Even kijken. Yeah. Lang Yarns Capital Cities colorway Madrid. I really like this color combination, and the rest is the same. 2.5 millimeter shadow wrap short row heel, and this is the first sock. Then, I was really into the sock knitting, and I bought wool from, did I tell it last week? I bought some wool from Ons Little Garenschuurtje. We have that on Instagram in Holland, so people can de-stash, and we can buy from each other. So I had 2 really nice balls. I was really surprised how nice they were. It came Saturday in the mail. And I bought one of these. It's the Lang Yarns Millie Colory Sock Lace Luxe. So that's the blue one. This is a little bit, do they call that variegated? I think so. And I had this one, a little bit rainbow colored. And it's all with stellina in it. We call it in the Netherlands, we call it glitter, but I think it's stellina. So this is what I did. I bought new needles, same Knit Pro, but this is 2. I wanted to buy 2.25, but the company I ordered didn't have them, and so I thought, no, okay, I tried 2 first, and I'm doing the toe up now. I watched the YouTube video how to do that, Turkish cast on, I think it's called, and it was I thought it was easy. And what I like about this one more, I like this more. This is not so big. Normally with the other socks you have this ridge. I don't like this too much. I don't like the way you knit it. It's always a little bit for, oh yeah, shit, I have to do the toe. And this, I thought this one fits me better. And I like that you can fit it, and now I knit through when you think, okay, now it's time for the heel. You start the heel. I think that's a better way for me. It's for everybody different, but that's what I think. And on 2 millimeter needles, it's a little bit, zeg je dat dun zo niet? Ja, ik weet niet, ja. I think it fits better on the feet, so I'm really happy to explore this for myself, and I was surprisingly how nice the yarn was. Normally one ball of this yarn cost €11.95, and I bought 2 balls for €8. So that was a little bit postal cost, but then I was €12, and normally you buy 1 ball for €12. So I was really happy. So that's the first sock with toe up. No, and then of course I bought a yarn in London. And I always hear the English people talk about West Yorkshire spinners, and maybe we sell it in Holland also. I don't know, but I think so. But when I was at John Lewis, I was surprisingly how much yarn they sell. But on that moment, I had a budget for my for what I could buy. So I had to choose one. I said to myself, you have to choose one ball, because tomorrow you go to Loop London and you go to Beautiful Knitters, and in every store you want to buy something. So that's what I do. I love it. It's like a souvenir. So I bought this one, and I really and yesterday I thought I want to cast it on. It's this colorway, and it is these. It's the signature 4-ply West Yorkshire Spinners, the colorway Samba Rhodes. It was really hard to choose. They had so many nice colors, but this one was knitted up in a shawl there in the shop. So I thought, these colors I like, and it's a self-striping yarn. And I started yesterday, I think around 7 o'clock, and I knitted this. This is on 2.25 millimeter needles, because I was searching in my stash from the needles, and I had a pair. I didn't know that. And I'll do it on 5 needles, because that's easier. So this one is a little bit wider than this one. So I will go find out what I like best. That's misschien then what I always want to do. Sometimes it depends on the yarn. Some yarns are a little bit thinner, some yarns are a little bit thicker. So that's my new cast on socks. I love it. And when I go to London in July, the first thing I'm going to do is with the red bus, to John Lewis, of course. Then my budget is a little bit better, and I take a lot of balls. I think I will go to Beautiful Knitters again, and I will go to Loop again. If you have recommendations for yarn shops in London or in the area of London, I'm 6 days in London. I think Mondays I leave with a train. I come in the evening. I come at St. Pancras, so then the shops will be closed. So I am there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I leave again. So 4 full days. So if you have a recommendation for another yarn shop that I can reach with a metro or the bus, the underground, I mean, please let me know. I like to visit them. If you're really fan of me, if you really like me, maybe we can catch up with a knit and a coffee, or a tea. That would be so nice. But it's not a. I always love to stroll around London on my own. But if there's anybody there in July, let me know. Maybe we can catch up and knit together and talk a little bit. So that was my West Yorkshire Spinners. I can't wait to put them on my feet. I love the colorways. And that. Then I have one sock I don't like, but I'm that kind of type that I always finished everything. I've got a few whips on my needles that I'm thinking about frogging. But some things are nearly at the end, and then I think it's a pity to frog it. So some things I will make, and I've got 2 things on my needles I think I frog, but normally I always make hoe zeg je dat nou weer? Yeah, that I finish everything. That's the thing. So this sock I have to finish. I don't like him. I like the look of the sock, but I don't like the knit of the sock. I had the pattern. You have to pay attention to it. I don't want it. I cannot watch podcasts when I'm doing this. So that was the reason why I do the foot without pattern. It's a Dutch pattern, the sock van de trui van Kees. I told it in the last video. So yesterday I had a mission and I had to make at least. I was trying to finish the whole sock, but that didn't work. But I have finished the pattern. So I will make this sock. I'm going to finish this sock and put it in a gift pile, because this is not fitting my feet. It's size 39 in Dutch, and I have 40. So and I don't want to do this toe again. Maybe on another point in the week I think rip it back. It's not so much, because I did a lot of effort I put in this leg. So I think I like to keep them for myself. That's the reason why I maybe make the foot a bit longer. Yeah, I think I will do that. But that doesn't have to do this week. I can knit it whenever I want. So that's the sixth sock. So now I'm nearly at the end. I've got one thing to show you that I showed again. That's the Cozy's Memories blanket. Yesterday I finished the roll again. I put it on the outside on the, we call it in Dutch the waslijn, where you put your laundry on when it's nice weather. I filmed a little bit, so if you stay you can see it later in the vlog. And even kijken. Now it doesn't matter. I think it's, oh yeah, here. I think it's, I still have to put on 3 rows. 3 rows of 16 squares. That's the length of the width of my blanket. 16 squares. I knit them on 3mm needles. And I have 20 stitches. 20 here and 20 here. And I do every day a square. Sometimes I do 2 a day or 3 a day. That's a little bit what I feel. I'll show you the wrong side, I'm sorry. And I have made a planning that I'm finishing this on, I think, 11 July. When I do a square a day, I'm finishing this on 11 July. And then I have to do the I-cord bind off. And maybe it's finished earlier, because when I do 2 squares a day. So that is, I love this blanket. You can see it in the video how big it is. It's a one person's blanket, but I don't want it too big, because I'm not going to lie it on the bed, because I've got 2 cats, and the red cat is always going to lie. Immediately when I lie something down, she's going to lie on it. So I don't want that. This blanket is for me when I sit on the couch, when I got a cold, and when I go to bed I will put it in the closet, in the cast. This color I bought for the I-cord bind off. I like the pink. So I had to buy a new ball for my cardigan, because I didn't have enough. It was a little piece, but it was, yeah, I was happy that I already bought this new ball, and I'm going to use this for the I-cord bind off. This is the Cool Wool 4 socks from Lana Grossa. I love Lana Grossa. They've got so many choices from yarn. That's another thing. I'm going to throw it all on the bed, and when I record my Dutch podcast, I have to restyle everything again, because that's I remember what I told. So put it all on the bed in op volgorde. Ik weet niet hoe dat zegt. I've got it really hot now. I'm of course, hoe zeg je dat in het Engels? In the menopause age. So that's sometimes I have a red head, sorry for that. And I will show you what I made. Thanks to Ellie again for the tutorial from the project bag with the drawstring, because last week I made a few project bags. This one is one of them. I put a border of, hoe noem je dit? A bottom in it with a, I like this. I made a video of it. I linked Ellie's tutorial also in the description box, because I didn't came up with this idea. It was her idea. I was learning through her video, and my Dutch viewers were curious how I made these bags, and somebody said to me, do you want to show it in a tutorial? So last Friday last week, I made that tutorial in Dutch, and I linked Ellie's tutorial in the description box. So if you like to make a project bag yourself, and if you are a sewer, oh yeah, this one has a nice red lining. My stofjes, hoe zeg je stofjes? Fabrics. I always buy in the kringloopwinkels, in the thrift stores. I'm not buying any new fabrics anymore. I think it's too expensive. And sometimes I thought this was 30 cents. The other red was 30 cents. This was a leftover. It cost nearly nothing. This band, I always, when I see it, I make the drawstrings from. These things I cut out of old bags. I had a few old bags. Sometimes I buy a bag in a thrift store for 50 cents, and it's full of this kind of things, and then I cut it off and use it for the project bags. I will make one for the Dutch, I will make one for the English podcast viewers for a giveaway when I reach, I think, 400 subscribers. I think that's a nice thing to do. But I don't know which one it is. Next Friday I will sit with my sister again. We'll knitting. She's knitting other things. Sewing. And I will make especially one project bag for a giveaway. So that's nice to, as a thank you for all the new subscribers. So this is one of them. I don't know for whom this is for. I made this one, little one. It's only have one drawstring at one. I have to put another in, but because I didn't have enough fabric to do that. This one's for me. It's a little sock thing or something else. Then I made two. It's all fabric from the thrift stores. This blue one has a flower lining. Here is no fiberfill in. Fiberfill I like to use fiberfill, but this fabric is a little bit, hoe zeg je dat nou? Ja. No, this fabric, this is without fiberfill. Laten we het daarop houden. So this one I think I'm going to maybe give away. I don't know. And we made a yellow one. It's all I've got. From the most bags I only make one. Sometimes I make two. This one I just have one. So it's very exclusive. This one's also without fabric or without fiberfill. But I like this more. So I bought new fiberfill, and the rest of the bags will get fiberfill. But I like this one too. Color, it's very summery. It's the yellow bag. So that is what I also do. And oh yeah, that's the last one. This is my my own bag. It's a really bigger bag. It's a fabric from a cushion cover. Yeah. I bought it at the HEMA, and I make project bags from it. And I made one for my sister, and this one's for me. Now, that's what I have to say today. I put the footage from the rest of the week after this. I will thank you for watching. I hope I didn't forget to say something, but yeah, then it will come next time. Next time will be in about 2 weeks on Thursdays, and the rest of the things you get to see is our weekly vlogs. In a Dutch version I do Sunday vlogs, and I will do that now in English also. So on the next Thursday you get weekly vlogs, and next Sunday I will do a little bit of weekly vlog in English also. So I'm a busy person, but I really, really like it. And I hope, I'm very thankful for this knitting community all over the world. I learned so much about watching podcasts when I knit on the couch and I listen. Sometimes you don't even look at the screen, but you listen what people tell, and it stays in your head. And the next time you hear it or you want to do it yourself, you think, okay, yeah, I know that. That's where she talked about. So that is echt really nice about these channels from all of us. Now, I will say have a nice day. I don't know when you'll watch this video. Maybe you live in the other side of the world, or I don't know where. Very, very, and if you like it and you're not subscribed yet, push the button and you will see more of me. Thank you for watching en tot de volgende keer. Doei! Good afternoon. Here is Ivonne from Hengelo. I want to welcome my new English subscribers for my YouTube channel. I was at a birthday party from a friend, and I'm on my bicycle, my e-bike, and I thought I would stop for a moment. To show you the beautiful countryside of Hengelo. It's a really hot day today. I think it's 25 degrees. The forecast said it would rain the whole day, but didn't fall one drop. So this is where I live, in the east of the Netherlands, in Hengelo. It's near the German border, and we go. Sometimes we go to Germany for groceries, but once in a few months. So this is what I want to show you. I'm going that way. I bicycle through the interstate, and then I'm nearly home. I have a lot of new subscribers. I think most of you are then English, because the lovely Ellie of Little Drops of Wonderful named me in her podcast. That was so cool, so nice to hear her say my name and my channel. So I hope you like it. I always make vlogs once every 2 weeks on a Thursday, and I always put some footage from the rest of the week after it, so I will do it in English also. So, there's a train coming. Maybe it's nice to see. This is the train. There is Hengelo, and that way you go to Oldenzaal, and this is all in Twente. I'm curious which way the train will come. Left or right? Oh, there's the train already. Hi! Sorry. I'm a little bit red-headed because it's really hot. So that's the other way, that's where I came from. And now I'm heading home. Good morning. So I just woke up. It is Tuesday, 23 of May. I have my second cup of coffee in my England mugs. This is keep calm and carry on. I've got my Cozy's Memories blanket. Every day when I wake up, I start with one square knit one square of this nice blanket, and I hope I will It will be finished, I think, in August. My blanket is very big already. So this is how I start my day. Every day. When I wake up, I get coffee. I get my knitting, and I watch a podcast or listen to something. And that's what I'm doing every day, and then my day starts. So this is the second cup of coffee. I love coffee. I that's the first thing I think of in the morning. Oh, lekker coffee. So that's what I'm doing. And I see you later on this day. And I forgot to say that it was 7 o'clock. I woke up at 6:40, and then I thought, should I try to sleep a little bit more? But no, that doesn't work. Well, mostly when I'm awake, I want to get up, and I rather go knitting 1 hour than sleeping an extra hour, because I don't need more sleep than 7 or 8 hours a night. So that's what I want to say. And I'm doubting if I did the decrease here, so I have to knit a little bit back. And my square is done for today. Sometimes I do 2 squares a day. It depends on what I feel and what I like to knit that day. But 1 square is always the least. This is what I've got left. And my cat Pookie is lying with me. And my bedroom is downstairs, so I'm very close to the kitchen, and that's why I always go back and lie in my bed to knit a square and drink my coffee. I am on my way to my dad's house. Every Tuesday I go drink coffee with him and talk and so forth. And it is really cold. I'm on my bicycle and I thought, oh, it's like a nice warm like yesterday. But I think the temperature dropped at least 10 degrees. So I'm very cold and I cycle. I'm going to cycle along. Good morning. I just came back from my friend. I slept there this night. Last night. And he has to go to work, so I was early back home. I was early back home, and my ritual is always knit a square in the morning. So that's what I'm doing now. And my little cat Pookie is a little bit grumpy because I don't think she likes it that I was not here this night. So she's lying and looking a bit angry. Pookie, are you angry? So that's what I'm doing now on this Wednesday morning. I've got 2 missions, and that is 1 sock I want to finish today and this square, and then I have to make the 3rd. I'm also knitting the northeasterly blanket and the 3rd. Hoe zeg je dat? Rij column. I want to finish the 3rd column. Yes, that's the word. So that's what I'm going to do this Wednesday, and I will show you later where I am. Look at my fantastic Coziest Memories blanket. I thought I would hang it on the line. Is it called the wash line? I think I have to put 3 more rows. There. That's the last square I did just now. And then 3 more rows, and then it's big enough. Yeah. So this is my Coziest Memories blanket. I started this in August 2022. And when I finish it, I have to do the I-cord bind off. And I do it in pink. Fuchsia pink. Every day is square. Nice. Yeah, it's really cold today. It would be sunny and 16 degrees, but it feels like 10 or so. That's my little cat Pookie, and the other one is here, Saartje. So I finally finished the leg of this sock. The sock from the jumper from Case. It's a Dutch pattern. I don't like to knit in pattern, so that's not my favorite. But now it's ready, the leg is ready, and the foot is normal, and I don't have to do the pattern anymore. I'm trying to finish this before 12 at midnight, because I'm ready. I don't want to knit on this sock anymore, so I'm going to push through, and hopefully it works, and then I can put other socks on my needles. Good morning. I'm just about an hour ago I woke up. It was 7:15, I think. I'm drinking my coffee in bed, watching a podcast, and I'm crocheting on my Granny Stripes blanket. I'm about to video my podcast, and I start usually on Thursdays at 9 o'clock, and first I do the Dutch one, and afterwards I do the English one. So if you made it till here, you already seen it. And I'm slowly starting my day with a cup of coffee. So maybe this will be the last shot in the weekly vlog what I film, and always put after the podcast. I will do that in the English podcast also now. So thanks for watching if you made it till here, and see you next week. On a Sunday I have a Sunday vlog, and I will do that in English also, so you can learn a little bit more from me. And I will thank you for watching and subscribing. Have a nice day.